So the purpose of this video is to show you how to hook up the ultra compact LED control system that I use on my tricopter. As you can see, it's this little device in a piece of heat shrink. There is one standard receiver plug that plugs into, in my case I use the gear channel. It follows the standard convention of white being signal, red being positive, black being negative, and coming out of the controller is only one wire, and that is because you use the positive directly from the battery. So I'll connect it up and show you what it looks like and how to use it. So here's how it works. This particular version is model 1 of our little controller, so it does not remember the mode you select. Let me show you the wiring first. Obviously there's a very short slip of LEDs here. If you follow this fairly simply, the positive wire is connected directly to the positive of your battery coming in, which goes to your ESC. So I've just happened to plug it into the XT60 there. It's very low draw, so it doesn't really matter how it's connected. But basically, the positive of the LEDs is wired directly to the positive of the battery. The negative is wired to the output of the little switch controller. As I said, there's only one output, which goes directly to the ground or negative of the LEDs. Now obviously you want to make sure when you glue it onto your frame you don't short it if it's a metal frame. The servo control lead, or the control lead, plugs in this case into a gear channel of a little RX receiver, which is bound to my DX8. So when I switch on my gear switch, you'll see the LEDs come on. So now, using the gear switch, I have the ability to turn the LEDs on and off. If then what you do is you cycle the switch a few times until the LEDs stay on permanently, you select the next mode. So basically you flick the switch until it selects the next mode. This particular mode 2 is flash, and in off mode is off. If I then cycle the switch again until they stay permanently on, I will get into mode 3, which is actually slow flash and fast flash. So now I'm in mode 3. Same thing, cycle the switch a few times until they stay on, and now I'm in a mode of dim and bright. So dim and bright. Then I cycle it one more time until they stay on permanently, stop flicking the switch, and now I'm actually in what my brother affectionately calls Night Rider mode, which is when the LEDs basically pulse up and down, and there's just two different brightness settings on it. Cycle it one more time until they stay on permanently. I'm back to on and off. So that's how you use the LED controller. I typically find I fly in just on versus flashing, but you can create whatever particular sequence you like by simply flicking the switch until you select the mode you like the most. So that's it. That's the LED controller. It's tiny. I've got mine wired to about a total of about 4 feet of LEDs of different colors, and I achieved the results you've seen in my night flying tricopter video. Thanks for watching, and as I say, version 1, as soon as you power off the assembly and power it back on, you will be back in default mode, which is just plain on and off.